How's it, everybody? This is the Erroneous One with a new Kingdom Hearts Union Cross video. So it's Monday. We did get a few new updates as per usual. It's kind of interesting. I mean, not a whole lot came in there for the most part. Number one, let's go in here. We did get the 0 AP campaign. So we do have the 0 AP campaign back all the way to the 15th. So that's going to be a week of it. So don't get me wrong, 0 AP is always a good thing. I always like 0 AP. It makes things easier for all of us. But one thing I'm kind of curious on is the time length. They're only giving it to us for a week. And usually when they give us 0 AP for the most part, it was like longer than a week. It was like, 2 weeks or something like that. So it's interesting that they're doing that. That does mean I am going to try and do my best to finish off the Proud Quest because I'm only at like 109 of the new 200, so I need to get a jump on the Proud Quest. Also because I want those jewels to get ready for things coming up. And we'll get into that in the video too as well. But that's here for a week. It's neat. Maybe it'll come back again next week or something. I don't know. I'm expecting some kind of like maybe a small update for another campaign. And it might be because of the next question or the next event, which is right here, which is going to be the run the gauntlet for jewels. Depending on how much these cost, this could be the reason why we have a week of 0 AP. So people can keep on running these as much as they need to in an attempt to, I guess I would assume, beat them within the restrictions allowed. Usually it's like, defeat within one turn, defeat within certain time limits, defeat the target boss within, like, X turns. So they have various things in there, and so maybe we're getting 0 AP for the majority of players to be able to deal with this one, which is probably the case. So I guess I kind of answered my own question there in terms of why they gave it 0 AP for a week. But who knows? We could get some extra things later on, and we could get 0 AP again next week, too. There have been times where they did give us 0 AP, and then didn't just kept on extending it for a bit longer, not counting the anniversary event last month. So there is that one. But in this, in these Gauntlet Challenge quests, we can get jewels, chip dales, magic mirror medals, and a power gem, and more. So that's kind of cool. It's going to go from... Oh, there's actually a board there this time, too, as well. Oh, it's a... Okay, I got you. So, doing the Gauntlet quest will give you event coins. You use the event coins to get the things out of the board. Okay, that makes sense. I got you. Okay. So I'll be doing this one today too for everybody as well. One of the big things is we did have a new VIP medal deal coming here. So again, we're going to get a new tier 5. So this is kind of interesting, and it's one of the few times when Global has gotten a buffed version of a medal as opposed to the JP side. JP side, Illustrated Halloween Sora, is only a tier 4, and Global is going to at a tier 5. So that's kind of cool. And of course, we get that medal. It's going to be 2 weeks long, so if you want to be able to guild him, you do need to... I say that now because we do have Mickey and Brooms in the game. If you want to be able to guild them without doing Mickey and Brooms, you're going to buy both weeks of VIP pack because you're only going to get 4 this one and 4 in the next one. And you also are going to get the 1,400 jewels on top of the 3,000 you get for doing the VIP. So again, as always, if you guys are able to do so, I always recommend getting these particular ones. Because they do give you 4,400 jewels for only $15, which is actually a very good deal. So if you're able to do so, it's always a good thing to do so. And in particular as well, and this is something I realized with the past ones we've gotten now, and this is kind of crazy to me as well too, the past 2 versions of the VIP medals have been linked to high score challenges. So when we got Illustrated Belle and Beast, it was in the HD Beast high score challenge, and when we did the King, Dawn, and Goofy VIP, it was linked to a high score challenge as well, the last one, which was SP Cinderella, I think it was. So that's kind of neat. That's kind of interesting. We haven't getting these things when they've been coming around with high score challenges. So that makes you think that we're going to get a high score challenge. Probably not this week, maybe next week when they release the second round of medals. So before we talk about the medal itself, let's talk about that. Like I said, there's a very good chance that we are indeed going to get a high score challenge soon, and this medal will be a % booster, usually a 10% booster to the high score challenge. For the majority of players, there are 2 options here for you that I would recommend doing. Number 1, if you do, and this is, of course, going to be dependent upon if you get this deal or not. So just like in the just most recent high score challenge that we did for Mickey and Minnie, they had a deal there where you could purchase the jewels and you're guaranteed a Illustrated Ventus, and that Ventus medal gave you a 14% boost in the high score challenge. It was a guaranteed, you're going to get this medal, you're going to get a % booster, there you go. This is something on the lines of very similar, but actually overall better if you guys choose to get at least one of these. If you guys buy one, even if only one of the VIP weeks, if you choose to buy this, you're guaranteed 4% boosters off the bat. And usually they're going to be 10%, but that's a guaranteed 40% increase in boost right off the bat for only $15, which is not a terrible deal. That's actually pretty decent overall for this, you know, and this isn't like, you know, to like get the top scores, but to hopefully get the max score you can get to receive like the 2 spare copies of the medal and a few of the other ones, and at least to guarantee yourself hopefully top 5,000 to guarantee get yourself 1 copy of the main medal through that way as well too. So there are good reasons to do so in regards to that one. So if you guys are going to purchase this one, do not fuse this medal just yet. Do not fuse them until we know for sure if we're going to get that high score challenge, which again I think we are based off previous experiences with the VIP release medals. Don't fuse them until we're sure about the high score challenge. There's that. The other side is the same thing. You can if you're going to get both of these packs, and if you're going to get both of these VIP packs, you can do what I'm going to do. I already bought this one. I'm going to buy next week's one. You can fuse these guys now and try and get some decent traits in them now, which is that's just fine. And then don't fuse the other ones from the next VIP from next Monday's VIP pack and save those as percent boosters if you need to. That way you have one that's kind of beefed up a little bit, potentially good traits to help you get past the whatever the high score challenge may be, and then you have extra percent boosters. So overall, that could be beneficial to you. So depending on what you're going to do, that's what I recommend doing with these medals in terms of the potential high score challenge coming up with it. And that's if you guys choose to get it. Again, I think personally it's a pretty good deal. 4,400 jewels, a good VIP medal, it's tier 5, for only $15. And if it is linked to a high score challenge, you're guaranteed 40% boost right there. It's not a bad deal in my opinion. But again, you guys know your own situations. You guys know if you can afford to do this or not. So obviously play the game as it is within your means, and if you even want to. I know that quite a few people are getting more annoyed by the lack of content in the game, and I'm feeling that too as well a bit. You know, more story quests are a big thing, you know, coming into this game. Gauntlet challenges and everything are all well and good, but from quite a few players, they can finish those Gauntlet challenges off within like a day or so, and that leaves the other 5 days of the week, you know, without too much to do except try and maybe like grind Collie and stuff like that. They haven't already, and maybe grind out multiplayer. But multiplayer is kind of boring. Let's be honest, guys. Multiplayer is pretty dang boring. You need to dedicate. I can only do those in like hour spurts before I get totally bored and just stop playing them. And I keep on doing it again too. I haven't even touched this new round of multiplayer, which I do need to get a jump on before they go away, so I can get some of the stuff there. But that's kind of boring. And in Coliseum, you do hit a cap eventually at some point where you're just kind of stuck until you're able to get some kind of new medal, or you think of some kind of new way to get past something potentially. So the lack of content, I do feel in the game that does need to get up there too as well. So hopefully they address that pretty soon. As for the medal itself, though, the medal itself it's pretty neat in a lot of ways. It doesn't anything special. It's not a buffer or debuffer or anything like that. It is a straight up nuke. And by nuke, I mean it has a pretty powerful multiplier from what I saw on it. And again, we'll get into that in this moment. It is a upright speed, so helping out your speed medals again too. Tier 5, and it deals 7 exceptionally powerful hits. It's AoE for a 3 cost. So this is the kind of medal that you want to go in there as like, you know, all of your buffer medals, and this is going to be if is like one of your main damage dealers. All of your buffer medals and debuffs up should be set up to help this guy deal as much damage as possible to knock out an enemy. That's going to be his goal in life, because he does hit very hard. We are going to go through it now and do these first traits on him real quick. Use this upright speed, so I can just scroll up real quick. There he is. Okay, so there he is right here. He has upright speed, and his base multiplier off the bat is already at 3.25. That's pretty high. So by the time all is said and done, if you get him at max skill, I'm estimating he's probably going to have like a 8.75, maybe even a 9-point multiplier at the end of it. And his special attack is Pumpkin Pummel. I like that. Sorry. So that's what he's going to do. He is going to deal a fair chunk of damage, guys. He is going to hit fairly hard for what he is. He won't be bad in regards to that. As a good That's a good damage dealer like that. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and level this guy up real quick. And I'm hoping that we get some decent traits. On this guy, man, I'd want to see... I think the best plot thing I can see on him for the most part, aside from like the strength plus 1,000 on him, I would love to see like aerial or ground enemy defense minus 60%. Because do not underestimate those skills, guys. Ever since that skill got buffed, it is amazing. Now you can't stack it on the metal anymore. Actually, for instance, you can't get two ground defense minus 60% on it and have it stacked to 120. Doesn't work that way, but if you can get both of them on there, he will deal a lot of damage to either ground or enemy or aerial enemies. So that's a very good skill now, and it's not to be underestimated. Whenever you see that one, make it viable. Because when traits first came out, you know, if you saw the aerial or ground defense minus 20% or any of the stash resistance traits, you kind of skip them over and said, nope, I don't need you, move on to the next ones. Now when you see those, since it got bumped up to 60, much more worthwhile, and definitely ways to take a look at them and see if you're going to use them or not for that kind of thing. So that's my take on that one as it stands. That's what I want on it, so we'll see what we get. I'm hoping, of course, as always, I don't see any status resistances, but we shall find out. That's a troll. It's not bad to have there. It's nice. Kind of annoying because I actually rolled a Illustrated Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi just before this and rolled defense plus 2,000 on her for the 5th time in a row. 5th time in a row I rolled that same trait on her. And first time on this dude, and he gets extra attack. So, Troll Sora is troll. Okay, HP. Not terrible. Alright, last one. I'm hoping for one of the, well, I don't know. Aerial ground, really. I'd be fine with either aerial or ground defense on that guy. Either one would work. That's such a troll. Alright. I'm not bitter about that it didn't go into my Illustrated Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi. I'm not bitter at all about that. Not at all. And let nobody tell you otherwise. Yeah, we're gonna skip that one. The speed is fine. Okay. So that's him right now. Those are some decent traits on him. I'm not disappointed by those at all. A little salty on that one, but not disappointed. So that's pretty good for him. And we'll see what we do with the next round as well when we get them. We're gonna have 4 more chances to roll traits on them again. 2 chances to roll guilt, which would be good. Once the next roll comes about. And again, and the reason I'm kind of looking forward to using this guy for high score challenges, potentially, is depending on what the high score challenge is going to be. Now, I have hope. I do have hope, because this is Illustrated Halloween Sora, that the next high score challenge we're going to get is going to be for Oogie Boogie, finally. I'm hoping for that. And if it is that one, that I will pull fairly, not like super hard, but I'll pull to get the medals for that one in order to get him, in order to rank highly to make sure I can guilt Oogie Boogie. But if it's not for Oogie Boogie and it's for a different high score challenge, and I don't feel like pulling too hard for that one because, you know, Ice and Metal I don't really want and or need or anything, I'll be glad to have this guy and his 4 other counterparts with the next VIP pack deal, because then I can just roll in there and use those as percent boosters I already have. So that'd be nice. So that's kind of my thought process for this guy right now. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, if you guys did choose to buy it, you guys rolled good traits on him. I hope my advice for the potential upcoming high score challenge is beneficial to the majority of you, so to give you guys a rough idea maybe what to do with the medal and how to use it for the high score challenge coming up. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll be coming to you guys soon with the video after this one with my run of the Gauntlet challenge, and we will see how that goes. I haven't even looked at that one yet, so fun times are coming. Again, you guys have a great day. Thank you guys so much for watching.